Okay, I will call the October 28th, 2024 meeting of the Fairport Industrial Development Agency to order. Ask if there is any public comment for the board. Seeing no one, hearing no one, I'll close public comment. We'll move on to approval of the minutes. Our first minutes are from the regular meeting of September 16th, 2024. Is there a motion to approve that?
Move approval.
Second.
Is there any discussion or questions regarding that or corrections? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Then the next we have is we have two governance committee meetings, one of July 18th and one of September 26th.
Happy to move approval on both.
And I can second that. And it was in attendance of Rob, Jen, and Kevin. Any corrections or discussion on that?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Then the last meeting minutes we have is the Finance Committee meeting of July the 10th.
I'll move approval of those minutes.
Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay. Any discussion or corrections on those minutes? All in favor? Aye. Okay. Moving on to financial reporting, we'll start with Resolution 2024-10, authorizing payment of the IDA bills.
I reviewed the bills and I would recommend approval of them. I'll second that.
Any questions or anything to call out on that, Martha?
The payment to the cannery, that came out of their escrow account. We had held a certain amount of funds for project to be completed. So, pardon?
The bike rack.
Yep.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. And Turning Point was the invoice for the new sign at Thomas Creek Wetlands.
They did a nice job on that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Any more discussion on the bills? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Going into, look at cash balances, the financial reporting, P&L, balance sheet, and also in that, the investment report. Any question or discussion on any of those reports?
It is our year end, 9:30, and the auditors, they were in last week. They went well last week, or they were in the prior week and last week as well, but they've gotten everything they need so far, and we'll be seeing them back in December to accept the audit.
Cool. All right. Any other financials? Going on to old business, New York State DOT permanent easement for highway purposes. I know that was discussed at last meeting, but if you want to just kind of recap that.
Right.
Martha.
As you may recall, there's a small triangular piece of sidewalk adjacent to the box factory on Liftbridge Lane East that they need to acquire for the streetscape. They are offering, they went through an extensive appraisal process and then are offering us $880 for the 90 square feet of sidewalk for an easement over the sidewalk. So
I'm sure the appraisal was more than they're paying us.
yeah.
Right. Good point.
Yeah. Yes, good point, Leslie. But I think
Nothing in Fairport is worth less than $1 a square foot.
so. No, it's 90 square feet. So $10 a square, but still. So last month we looked and said we'd consider signing it upon, receipt of an acceptable appraisal, so.
And is that appraisal, or is that document ready to sign now?
Yes.
It's been reviewed by
Yes.
the council?
Yes.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
It's all good to go?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
didn't see any issues with it.
So is there a motion from the board to enter into that agreement?
I will move to enter into that agreement for the easement.
I'll second.
Any discussion or questions? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any other old business for IDA?
I did not have any.
Okay. New business, Thomas Creek Wetlands and the Fairport Rotary.
Yes, I just wanted to give a really big shout out to the Rotary, Fairport Rotary. I joined them that evening, and what they got accomplished in less than 2 hours, a bunch of people, median age is probably 75. It was amazing, the amount of work that they came ready to work, and really, paid attention. We also, Paul Sorbello sent over someone from Wayside to help us identify plants and so forth, but we got a lot of work done. And I just wanted to make sure we had a very public acknowledgement of their work and the good things
There
they
was a
do.
big pile of debris down there, so they
Mhm.
did take out a lot of stuff.
Yes. So,
I see a couple of neighbors in that picture. It's great.
yeah. And, Rotary's done, they've
Yeah.
also put in the,
And George Wolf too, Mr. Wolf out there. Love him.
the Rotary we helped them out or facilitated the purchase of and installation of the accessible picnic table in there as well. That was part of
That's
a
right.
Rotary project. A lot of people walking by were asking us what was going on because they had noted how, the place really needed attention. And so they were very happy about it. And the next day I found the kids clambering over the
Yeah, that's
stones
really
again,
cute.
which
Yeah.
that's the whole point of that installation. So I just wanted to give a really big shout out to Fairport Rotary. They're good partners.
That's great.
Wonderful. All right. Any other new business for IDA?
Don't have any.
Anyone?
This,
Okay, I guess we can take a motion to adjourn.
So
second.
All in favor?
moved.
Aye. Okay. Switch over, we're gonna go to LDC next. Bear with me one
Mhm.
second. Went away. Okay, I will call the October 28th, 2024 meeting of Fairport Local Development Corporation to order. Ask if there's any public comment for the board. And seeing no one, hearing no one, we'll close public comment and move on to approval of the minutes. Okay, so what we're gonna start with is the September 16th, 2024 meeting minutes, LDC.
Approval?
Second.
Any comments or corrections to those? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Next, we have governance committee meetings of July 18th and September 26th.
I will move approval on both of those as well.
I'll second.
Corrections or discussion on those? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Moving to the finance committee of July 10th.
I'll move approval of those minutes.
I'll second.
Corrections or discussion? in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, moving into financial reporting, start with resolution 2024-10, authorizing payment of the LDC bills.
I reviewed the bills and I would move for their approval.
Is there a second for that?
I will second that.
I see there's a lot of things related to the plein air festival.
Mhm.
It's great.
Mhm.
Good for us to be a sponsor.
Yes.
What was the WXXI and little,
I paid their advertising bills.
I got you.
Are they chose to expand the audience for the plein air. So they ran ads at the Little Theater, and it was also WXXI, and it showed up in the city newspaper and so forth. It was in, like I get the city news email, we were in there as well.
Cool.
So and Pat Rapp mentioned that an artist heard about us through that.
Okay.
So that was good.
It's starting to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
It was a great event.
Yes.
It really was. The kids even loved it. It was very cool to see. For them
Just
to
a perfect day.
Oh, so
really was.
beautiful. And then watching the voting happen and see the whole thing.
Yes. Yeah, we submitted our report to Erie Canalway. We partner with Erie Canalway National Heritage Quarter. They provided $2,000 grant for that when we have to submit a report afterwards, and they did thank us for how complete and the report was and timely. So that's a good thing. So because we've been the first year we weren't successful, but they've been with us the last 2 years. Mm-hmm.
Any other discussion on the LDC bills? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Cash balances and financial statements.
You can see on the cash balance, we haven't yet to make an advance on that final loan we just approved this year. We did get a request for them to extend their sales tax exemption to another 6 months, which is interesting. So.
Anyone have any questions regarding any of those? Anything on the financials? Okay. Loan portfolio, loan status reports. We do not have the full report, but we have the summary, which shows no one past due. Which
Correct.
is always good.
Mm-hmm. We got
That's a nice
a good majority of them now on the automatic payment, which is helpful.
That's really nice.
And that's the other entity. Never mind. Mm-hmm. So that's working well.
Good. Anyone have any questions or need more specific information on any of that right now? All right, and then we have the facade grant program
Mm-hmm.
that gives us the status of it, and when we get to new business, we'll talk about an application we received.
Right. You can see some of them. The original was it had to be completed in 9 months, but it's
Some of that work, the ones that we have not paid yet.
mm-hmm.
I mean, their work is complete, isn't it?
right. Like the land on Main, I think they were just waiting for their stairs, and I think I saw them the other
And I
day.
think Junction 361 appears to be complete.
Yeah, and it's on them at that point
Right,
to
to
submit.
come,
And,
yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
Is Creative Rage another name of Turning Point?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions anyone has on those? Okay. Any old business for the LDC?
I didn't have any.
New business, we do have a facade grant application
Mhm.
from Creative Rage
Mm-hmm.
/ Turning Point Signs,
Right.
that they're going to be doing awnings
Mm-hmm.
and the like, and very complete application, it appears. Joel in his application mentioned something about that he couldn't do the sign, or what he referenced. Let's see.
Throughout all of our facade grant programs, Joel and I talked throughout all of them, and he had a lot of difficulty finding contractors. So there were times when the program closed and he had yet to make an application and so forth. So, I don't,
It says, although we apparently
not
be
be,
able to.
I don't know
receive
why
funding for
he
our
said
sign.
that. I believe it's because he doesn't have a quote.
I mean, doesn't
So
he
even
make
if it-
signs?
Yeah, that's what it does.
I mean, I guess that's kind of ironic.
But I don't know if he was trying to get comparative, or
Oh, okay.
we asked for comparative quotes.
Signs
or-
does require quotes, so maybe that. Well, I mean, we could consider, his application, we do have a maximum grant of $10,000. As presented, he's only coming in at 6,600 or so. I mean, would
He
we?
said he's going ahead with incorporating a new
Mhm.
sign into the project.
Mm-hmm. Do we want to consider approving this plus additional funding for a sign? Is that where we're?
Mine was more of a question, just to get the background on
Mm-hmm.
what that comment was he made.
Are there light fixtures on the outside of this? Looks like there's wiring for light fixtures, but then no. Oh, it looks like they're under the soffit, like it's so creative. Okay. Oh, yeah, it shows something. Oh, it's kind of nice he gave us all the graphics for it.
Yeah.
I know you guys are reviewing all of the stuff he submitted. Can I just share you a quick comment as a neighbor? I want to commend Joel for the amazing job he's done at transforming this building from what it looked like if you go to the original pictures.
Oh, yeah, he showed the original one.
Yep, he had.
Not the bus garage one, but what it looked like when he took it over where it is today, and his incorporation of a mural on the side of the building that highlights the historic history, or that highlights the history of that building. As a neighbor of his, I just think that he's done amazing work with that building.
Yeah.
So, not to try and influence anything, but I looked at the awnings and the way they look, and I think that's terrific, and I just wanted to share that.
Appreciate it. I think we all appreciate that, what a job he has done as well as what he's proposing here. So is there a motion to approve that application as submitted?
As submitted without support for a sign, or no?
Yeah, that's up to, happy to hear comments, what anybody thinks about that.
Don't we have to have a minimum of 10 spend?
Yes, he's at the minimum
He's at the minimum of 10. Okay.
before the sign, right?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Being reimbursed 66, is that?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Can we approve with the option to hold the application open for 6 months if he wants to submit for the sign during that time?
Sure.
That sounds like a reasonable way to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, if the
Sure.
board is willing to, waive the requirement of multiple quotes from the
Sign.
sign.
I mean, it's what
signed
he
up,
does.
And he
I
builds all our
know.
signs.
Right.
Yeah, so,
Well, and several of the other applications are still open because they haven't finalized for XYZ reasons.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or gotten their ducks together and
Mm-hmm.
asked for the invoice, sent the invoices.
Okay. Good.
so, yeah, I think Donna's suggestion
I
is,
second that.
approve with an option, holding it open for
6 months.
6 months and not tie up to the end of the year with that one.
Okay, and waive the requirement of 2 quotes.
Correct.
Yeah.
And we reimburse in materials.
Yeah.
Or 50% on materials.
Are they good with that?
Sure.
Was that your motion, Donna?
That's
What
my
I read?
motion.
I
Okay.
seconded it.
Okay. Any other discussion? All in favor?
I-
Aye. Any?
I'm sorry, who was the second?
Leslie.
I'm sorry, thank you.
Any other new business LDC? Okay,
Motion to adjourn.
Well, second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, ripping through this. So, as I find it, I'll open it. Okay, I will call the October 28th, 2024 meeting of the Fairport Urban Renewal Agency to order and ask if there is any public comment. And seeing no one, hearing no one, I'll close public comment. Move to approval of the minutes. First minutes to approve is the regular meeting of the URA on September 16th.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
Is there any comments or corrections? All in favor? Aye. Move on to Governance Committee meetings of July 18th and September the 26th.
I'll move approval on both of those minutes.
I'll second that.
Discussion, corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
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 And lastly, in the minutes is the Finance Committee meeting of July the 10th.
I move approval of those minutes.
I'll second.
Any discussion or corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right, moving into our financial reporting, we'll start with Resolution 2024-10, authorizing payment of the URA bills.
I reviewed the bills and I would make a motion to approve them.
I'll second.
Anything that's, anyone has any questions on or anything Martha wants to call out regarding those bills?
Just a couple of front porch grant payments. Got a nice, healthy pipeline.
Good. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And go to Resolution 2024-10, authorizing payment of the Section 8 bills.
It actually says -9 in this.
Oh, thank you.
I reviewed the Section 8 bills and I would move for their approval.
Any questions regarding the Section 8 bills? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Cash balances and financials for both URA and Section 8. Any questions or discussion on any of those? Okay. And moving into the loan status report, and as with the LDC, all outstanding loans are current.
Mhm.
Front porch grant summary.
Right, I just, since this was published, I just approved one for 105 West Church, Mr. Stitch.
Yeah, he told me he was gonna be submitting.
Yep, mm-hmm.
That was the home on the corner of West Church and, what's he on, Briggs? Where we had the discussion of side porch versus front porch, and we denied because he, even though it was, could be seen from the front, we changed it. We said no to that one, so now he is doing the actual front porch one now.
Oh, good. Okay.
So he submitted that. Anything else? We're kind of getting out of the season for this, so.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just, in October, approved 2 of them, so,
Our season's getting longer now.
yes, yes.
Yeah, this year it has been, for sure. Okay. All right. Section 8 housing report.
Right. I've been texting Jen to come in. She might have been caught up. She had 5 appointments today, I think it was. But what you are going to see there in the numbers is that because we've taken in a couple of those project-based voucher projects, that our numbers are up to 437 now. And it's primarily related to Midvale and Marketplace. And that's really what they've been spending the majority of their time on. And also, because we're running out of space at the in our office, we didn't. They had to go out. You saw it on the cash balance or the resolution. We ended up buying new file cabinets that are 1 level higher. So they've spent a lot of time unloading the file cabinets, moving all the files across the hall, getting those file cabinets in, blah, blah, blah. So, but that's a lot of that, if you look at her cash balances, the COVID money, there's still quite a bit of it. So, so that happened during the last month as well, in addition to the audit, which went really well for Jen's files too. Again, this year went very well. So, and there you go. And we've been invited to the open house at Midvale Commons on Friday afternoon for those that can make it.
That's it. Any old business? Okay. Any new business? Anyone for URA renewal? All right, so I would take a motion to go enter into executive session to talk about the employment history of certain personnel. Is that the way
Something
we
like
say
that.
Yeah.
Close enough.
Close
Yes.
enough.
Close enough.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Cool. Oh, there's Jen.
Oh. But what do we do?
So we'll hold that.
We'll hold executive
Yeah, just
session?
hold.
Oh, no,
I can talk
about
I'm working.
No,
Oh.
we're
We
gonna be
kind
a
of
while.
went-
We're gonna be a while, so.
Yeah.
In executive session, so.
Yeah, don't
why
worry
you
about
do
it. I gave
Fine.
him a brief overview
Of what
of your report.
okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Okay.
Nothing else you need
We're
to
good?
No,
add to us?
it's a blur.
Oh.
A blur was mine, thank you.
Thank you, Jen.
Okay.
Okay.
Have anything else after this?
Pardon me?
No.
No, we're done.
Wow.
It's a record.
Yeah.
Wow.
Never been.
Yeah. And
Not under Kevin's rule.
now, yeah, when we come out of executive session and leave, somebody's got to lock the door. Okay, remember that.
Right.
On your way out. So,
The
okay.
back
You want me to lock the back door?
Well, we're technically still an open meeting, right?
Yeah, but you know what, when we go into executive session, if I send everybody else out of here, I have the door locked because you're not.
Yeah, I'm not worried
doing more
about the
business
door
Okay.
being locked.
All righty.
Because there will be no
Sure.
business
Yeah.
conducted outside.
Sure. If you
Yeah,
lock
no
it, that would be
thanks.
great.
I'll
Yeah.
take care of it for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And it's the employment history of a particular individual, at least according to the village manager and to our attorney, that's how you say it.
Perfect.
Yeah, I actually looked up that exact thing earlier today. So
Mhm.
yeah, that is it.
I have a little slip that is hanging on the wall in my office because I can never remember what it is I'm supposed to say.
A little cheat sheet every now and again, right? That works.
And we're going to end the live stream, and then when we come back, we're just going to adjourn the meeting.
That's correct.
Thank you.